Hello YouTube, Chris here and welcome to another episode on Brawl TCG. Today, as the title suggests, I'm going to be designing my cards. Well, the template for my cards, that's the main thing of this episode. And to get an idea of what competition there is and to what sort of design I actually want for this cards. So the main three competitors we have in trading card games I suppose is Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon and Magic. And the cards themselves don't vary that much. You know, you have a title, you have a picture and you have your text box. And then you have all your little bits around the edges and stuff like that. So the actual basic template, it's pretty universal across the board, apart from, you know, artwork and different texts and all that sort of thing, and like the odd icons and stuff. So I want to keep my game in a very similar vein to that it's going to have the traditional layout that's going to be very clean. It's not going to be like as detailed as Magic and as colourful as Pokemon, but the Yu-Gi-Oh style where it is literally text, picture and text box, that's kind of what I'm going to go for, with a few other bits as well. But yeah, let's get to the table and I will show you my mad drawing skills, and we will take it from there when we actually start putting these into Photoshop and doing them properly. Okay, so we're at the table, and what I did manage to find was a couple of years ago I actually did my first game, and that was called 9 Lives. Now, I didn't go ahead with this project at the time just because of potential legal issues, because a lot of our characters are superheroes. So what we have is like Captain America, Professor Xavier, but now it's Professor C, Wonder Woman, the Flash, but all as cats in cosplay. So I was going to use Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Pokemon cards, but I realised that I'd sold them all a couple of years ago. But yeah, this is kind of similar to how I want my new game, Brawl, to actually look like. So here we'd have the title as normal, an ability box or a move box, because this is anime wrestling, and then a few stats, which is just down in this corner. This game was very simple to play. It was each cat had 9 lives, hence the name of the game, and you'd have an attack and a defense. The attack subtracted by the defense is the amount of lives you would take off that cat, and then you could run in with other cats as well. So if Professor C was to run in, he could do 6 damage. But yeah, this was like my first game, and it was very. I have a habit of going all or nothing into a project. So we got an artist on board that did all our art for us, and to be honest, the art on these are absolutely brilliant. I'll just show you Captain America, and then we'll actually get into what I'm actually supposed to be doing in this video. Professor C, Wonder Cat, the Flash, Hawk Girl, Bat Cat, and possibly one of my favourites, Wolverine, with his berserker attack. So this here is our playing card, and like I said, I'm going to show you my mad drawing skills because I have absolutely nothing. I have no drawing skills whatsoever. That's why I employ artists to do a lot of my work for me. With these cards, unlike these where there's no black border, and that's one of my major criticisms with this game, is although it looks pretty cool, that when you kind of sort the cards out, you have all like this rainbow effect of colours. I did really want to have a black border, and that was one of the revisions that was going to go into that game. So we'll have our card, and all along here, this is just our black border. Okay, so what I want on this game, Brawl, is to have the title flush with the black border. So imagine Cat America here. We have that black bar across the top. That's what I want all the way around on this new game. So the title would be here for the wrestler. We'll call this one Chris. And you've seen a little sketch of this video in the trailer where I was just messing around, but this is a bit more in depth. Then at the bottom we would have our moves. Now each character has 2 moves, or 1 move and an ability. So that is just divided up by a line. So we have move 1 and move 2. Are you with me so far? This is very simple. I like the acronym KISS, keep it simple stupid, because I am simple and I can be quite stupid sometimes. So move 1 is generally the lowest powered move the character would have, so we'll just call that 10. And move 2, we'll call that 50, because I will go into why we'll have a more powerful move 2 in a minute and how that works. Then we would have our character, so for now we'll just draw a smiley face, because that's the best of my smiley face ability. And with Cats in Cosplay, we had, each character had 9 lives, so it was simple to keep track of. You had 9 lives. If you lost 3, you had 6 lives. Very simple. But what I want to do for Neo Brawl is to have like a HP bar here, so HP, and then under that another bar which is the character class or the wrestler's class. And now there's 3 classes, so we'll have class. So back to the actual card. This is very much how I want the card to look. Obviously we'll do it all in Photoshop. Well, Affinity Design is what I'm using on the Mac at the moment. It's a much more affordable Photoshop substitute. The background, I'd want it as like, how the hell am I going to draw a wrestling ring? 1 turnbuckle, 2 turnbuckle, 3, 4, and then ropes maybe. And something, yeah, that ain't too bad. Something like that where the character is in front of a ring depending on their class. Or not depending on their class, depending on their level. Because along with class, we have a level. And I don't know where I'm going to put this on the card yet. I might put it up here, here, or maybe another bar here. And each wrestler has a class. So we'll take these 3 cards as examples. So Captain America might be level 1, which in the wrestling world would be a jobber. Batcat could well be, we'll swap that around. The Flash could be a mid-card wrestler who would have more HP and more power over a jobber. And then Batcat could well be a superstar which has considerably more health over a jobber and slightly more over a mid-card, if that makes any sense. So this video has kind of been a bit all over the place with how everything looks. It looks very basic, but at the end of the day, the cards are going to look hopefully as professional as these cards here. All these I did myself, bar the artwork and the backgrounds. Everything from, I don't know if you can see that, but we've got the card number and the game name there as well, just under Wolverine's foot. Is that going to focus in a little? And then our artist at the time who did our drawings. So yeah, this project is still very doable. It's going to take a while just to get everything in place, but this is the blueprint of what I'm going after for our wrestler cards. So along with the wrestler cards, we also have promo cards and gear. Gear is like equipment that you can equip to your character. Now I don't think we've got Ninja Kittens, but they're not going to help. We'll call Ninja Kittens gear at the moment. See how many of these I've got. Perfect, 3. So the idea as well is that each character can have up to 3 pieces of gear attached to them at any time. If that wrestler is defeated, they lose all that gear and it goes in the discard pile. If not, it will add abilities and stuff to your character, so it might give them more health, it might give them more damage, more resilience to specific attacks or specific classes. With we'll find it. Here we go. With the game as well, you'd have your deck, and you have your wrestlers, and you have your gear and promo cards. Promo cards is like in wrestling when someone cuts a promo, if you know what that means. Basically talk trash to your opponent, but these cards give you abilities. They're a bit like trainer cards in Pokemon that they'll, you can draw. For an example, this action card, which would be renamed a promo card, will give you the ability to draw 3 cards. So from the deck, and draw 3 more cards into my hand, and they would be 2 new characters, and draw another 2 cards, because this deck is just random. There's some doubles of cards, and it worked at the time. But yes, I'm getting off track because I'm very excited about my games. This is the main template of the card. Now join me next week, where I'll be taking this design and hopefully putting it into Affinity and making something a lot more presentable and a lot more fun to look at than a really bad smiley face on a dodgy wrestling ring on a piece of paper. So this has been Chris with Neo Brawl TCG, and I will catch you in the next one. Ta-da!